Welcome back, everyone, to the Song of Waves and Wind, where I am back here in Umbar at the Darlaja, where I've heard a rumor that the meeting room is now open.
Welcome to the meeting hall of Darlaja, where the kindred of the coins hear the voice of the people.
Keep your weapons sheathed, speak with the civil tongue, and there will be no cause for trouble. Oh, Pineleaf! It's good to see you. So many folk have passed through these doors that I confess that I didn't recognize you immediately, but that is now rectified. Guess he must have mistook me for somebody's kid. The Golden Queen has proven true to her word, and I see that she made her choice of helpers with wisdom. I didn't think that Darlaja would ever be opened again, and it would be my lot to guard a locked door for all the years of my life. But no! Even now the sound of agreeable conversation drifts from within. Probably a few arguments or three, knowing the way meeting halls usually go. You may pass inside, Pineleaf. I won't forget how you helped Lady Harmelech reopen the meeting hall, my friend. What a fine day it has become. All right, so into the meeting hall. Quite a crowd in here already, and Doxamot is here. All right, I wonder what he's here for. Hello.
It has been a strange morning.
It's good to see you, Pineleaf. My brother has gone ahead to the main hall, but I wanted to wait for you. It's been a strange morning. Heralds sent by the kindred traveled through the city, announcing that the Darlaja would once again be opened. During the rule of the heirs or the domination of Ordok, such a thing was considered impossible. And when the kindred came to power, the folk of the city believed it to remain so. And yet, here we stand, within the great meeting hall of Umbar, and the kindred of the coins has come to listen to the wants and needs of their people. Hrothgar the Storm walked not 3 strides from me when he came inside, but his Hopshes remained strapped to his back, and he gave no indication that he might eat anybody. Ha! That's progress, is it not? I can't help but think that it was your arrival on these shores that set the city upon this course, Pineleaf. I thank you again, as I have before, for making me a part of your crew. My brother is in the main hall of Darlaja, to the northeast. He will be pleased to see you as well, though he may not say so. You know how he is, of course. Yes, of course. You said to the northeast. That would be... Well, the northeast is... that way. All right. And I also see quest rings around here. Hello?
I thought the Darlaja would allow all to be heard.
But it is difficult enough to hear my own thoughts in this place. I have a wine shop to run. I can't wait indefinitely for the kindred of the coins to hear my complaints. It is small enough matter. Would you take care of it for me? A woman looking for a husband is causing a bit of ruckus in my wine shop in the Torah Gardens. The Den of Arms. The Den of Arms. Well, that sounds like a place where a ruckus would happen. I beg you, see what she is on about. She's irritating my patrons. Okay, I will see what I can do about it, alright? I'm sure Hamlek will send me to do the job. I mean, that sounds typical. And here we have Oktar.
One would think a known face such as mine would grant me an audience with the kindred.
One would think a noble title, such as Patriarch, would grant me a speedy audience, but it appears that I was mistaken. Would you consider my request instead? A suit of my predecessor's ceremonial armor was pilfered from the family mausoleum. My servants have heard tell of a shameless group of brigands known as the Benjari boasting of such a peace somewhere in Takdar. If you investigate these claims, you would have my gratitude and patronage. Alright, so search the abandoned camp for Goldas Patriarch's armor. Okay, I suppose I can do that. Look at this. I haven't even reached the kindred yet, and I've already got quests. And there are quite a number of people here already, that's for sure. Well now, here's Jax. Hello.
This may not be easy, but do they not say it is a hard thing that brings the greatest wealth and power?
Folk have come from all over the city to bring their concerns before the leaders of the kindred, but that is no account to me. I am more interested in the guarded coffer that stands at the foot of Hamelech's dais, for that is where folk are bringing their suggestions as to what worthy persons would succeed the members of the kindred who fled the city. The guards are vigilant, yes, but if I can put my name into the coffer many times, it might be that Jax will become kinsman of the citadel or of the sail haven. Asgareth and Nakashi are not likely to return after all, and their districts cannot remain leaderless for long. Imagine how much wealth and power I might wield as a member of the Kindred of the Coins. Take a closer look at the coffer, my good and subtle friend. Tell me if you notice any weaknesses that I might exploit. For the good of the city, of course! My heart weeps that the folk of Umbar have been deprived of my presence for so long, and I aim to make up for the lost years. Yep, that's Jax. Well, something tells me they won't be happy about. Well, here is Hrothgar. I wonder what he needs. Maybe he doesn't need another fight. It is good that you have come. As your prowess and fame has spread throughout the land, I find myself in need of your services. Beneath the arena, in the catacombs, there is a small encampment known as Hulzidar. The people who live in the encampment are considered under my protection and may require aid. Go to Hulzidar, speak with Dabor the Breaker, a former gladiator, and see how you might assist these people whom I hold dear. Alright, go to Hulzidar. And okay, there are all sorts of places they're sending. Are they going to be sending me to 7 different places scattered all under the city? Most likely. That sounds like the type of thing that will happen. Let's see. Here we have... Belondor.
It is good to see you again, my friend.
I heard that you have been helping with various tasks around the city, and I wanted to thank you for that. It's important for keeping the peace that citizens don't lose faith in the kindred after recent events. A darkness begins to creep onto the man's face before he shakes it off and returns to the present. Since the reopening of the Darlaja, some of the residents of the Sail Haven have come to me with their troubles, as they currently have no representative on the council. They tell me of crocodiles coming out of the city sewers and causing trouble in the streets. Apparently, somebody has lost a beloved pet. I have dispatched a few guards from the Fleet Fast to go there and assess the situation. I suspect that there is more going on down there than just some wandering beasts. I happen to have some familiarity with these tunnels, as it was where Meksha and I were forced to hide for the time to escape the fires of the all-seeing priests. The beasts in the tunnels underfoot are content to stay there as long as you do not disturb them. Something else is causing this. If you would like to continue giving aid to the people of Umbar, I am eager to receive a report by soldiers there. You may find them by entering Ubermoch through the door between the wharf gate and the fisher hold. Alright. Mm-hmm. Well, that's another one. Who else do I need to speak with? Let's see. We have no one there. Here we have... Oh. Cold Heck the Cunning? Uh-huh. I don't know what he is up to. I still haven't figured out exactly whose side he is on. Yeah, of course he had 4 questions to make up for lost time.
It's not only our people these scoundrels have captured. It's also our treasure.
Raiding parties along the coast of the Cape of Umbar have made off with countless caches, spoils of the Shadow War that we are fighting with these Umbar Moch, the Undercity. That same smuggler's market where the Umbari nobles were taken, Deshku, the blood market, is likely to have many of these misbegotten treasures as well. While these are certain not to be so precious as our citizens' lives, coin is still precious. There's much to rebuild here in Umbar, and many families have pled to us that their treasures return to them. You should be doing a great service to us by returning any treasures that you find in Deshluk. Will you lend us your aid? Why not? What else?
You seem somewhat capable.
Yes.
Survive in Umbar Bahar then.
I must ask your assistance with a quite dangerous task. I have heard increasing reports of theft, kidnapping, and worse in the Undercity. My dwarves have formed a foothold in the crypts, but villainy spills out in Umbar or Moch more quickly and readily than the waters of the bay. Long have we above the ground turned a blind eye towards what happens under our feet. No longer can we afford such a luxury. This morning, a party of Umbari nobility were set up on the road to the Cape. Several escaped, but a small group were dragged away. It is of utmost importance that we get them back. I happen to know from my contacts that there is an encampment of the worst sort of offenders, thieves, murderers, smugglers, and cutthroats in Dil Irmiz, the Burts. These smugglers call it Deshku, the blood market. This is where these nobles are likely to be taken. Go to my guard outpost in Karkad, Nuru, Nuru will tell you the way to get to the encampment. Oh, and please, Pineleaf, these Umbari men and women have their lives in your hands. Will you help? Ah, well, I suppose I'll have to. And what else do we need? The rising tide of dead. Oh, wonderful.
The more we explore Umbar Moch, the Undercity, the more danger we uncover.
My guards have established a foothold in the southern crypts of the Umbar Moch. My scouts have patrolled onwards, mapping Umbar Moch as best they dare. Recently, several of my patrols were attacked by the dead. Nuru, captain of my guard, tells me that they are coming from west of Mekhed Harpar, my guard outpost, and that these attacks have become more frequently and violent. Far to the west of the crypts, there is an area my scouts called Sektapad, the Silent Sepulchre. There the dead roam freely. I need you to make your way there and call these dead. The last thing Umbar needs is the dead preying on innocent Umbari civilians, or my guards. Alright, so kill crypt walkers, crypt sentries, and crypt bellowers. Alright. 8 quests already.
Greetings. We have much to do for Umbar and little time in which to do it.
The Umbar Moch is becoming quite a problem. Vast swaths of it have been ceded to ruffians, criminals, wild beasts, and worse. My Temanir guards do what they can in the crypts to bring law and order, but the situation is tenuous at best. Now I'm hearing from Nuru, the captain of my guard, that Karbarkhad is overflowing with rats. These rats carry disease and ill fortune to many of the unfortunate residents of Umbar. Will you talk to my Nuru? He will have the details of these traps. These vermin are coming from the north. I am sure of it. Please, place these traps along the northern edge of Kharpad, so that our people can breathe easily again. And I just hope their people know how to avoid rat traps, right? Alright, so now, let's see. Are there any more things? Well, I still need to... Oh, yes, I need to go to Homlex Dias. Ah, here we are. Well, this is... Suggestions Coffer. It is my duty to ensure that all proceed smoothly. Alright. Vision guards stand near the coffer, ensuring that the rules are being followed. Alright. Well, let's see what she has to say about it.
I am pleased for you to see your handiwork.
Yes, it was my resolve to open the meeting hall of Darlaja, but it was you who recovered the keys from the Airsworn and made my decision both safe and possible. I am grateful for it, and will not forget what you have done. You will come to see that we of Umbar have very long memories, if you have not learned it already. Believe me, I have learned it already. Oh boy. Yes, Pineleaf, it is good that you have come, and there is a small matter about which we must speak. We have begun taking suggestions from the folk of the city to learn who they have to replace Azagoth and Nakasi in our ranks. But there is one other about whom we must speak. We must speak of Tathata, Pineleaf. She remains kinswoman of the lower ward, unless you have something to tell me that concerns her.
Word has begun to spread among the people that Azagoth fled from the city.
And while the details of her flight vary, in most of these stories both Tumulu Fiercewater and Nakasi Wave Reaper followed her. You and I know the truth of that, but it is best that the people do not yet know. Of Tathata, no tales tell, but she has not been seen for some time. I was wondering what happened to her. Did I say no tale? Well, this is not the truth complete, Pineleaf. Kismet Kolotek has spies everywhere, and this morning he related to me that some days ago one of these spies observed Tathata engaged in combat with an Umbari woman he did not recognize. There was another who stood by Pineleaf, and that other was... you. I know the circumstances that brought you to our city, and I know too that Kolotek delayed in relating this information to me, for reasons of his own. Learn that these reasons may be, but keep me informed of them, and discover what you can of Tathata's fate. We're allies now, Pineleaf, if perhaps not friends, and this matter concerns us both. All right, so talk to Kolotek in the main hall of Darlaja. Okay, so now back to the dwarf. Now, is there anything else I need to speak with? I guess not. I thought I had another person I need to speak with around here, but I am just not quite catching everything. Alright, hello again!
I thought you might come to speak to me, friend.
I have heard you were among the last to see kinswoman Tathata in life, and the others in my order are most interested to learn where she has gone in the days since. Did she follow Nakasi and Azagoth when the two of them fled? No one seems to know. Well, I didn't notice them with them. I can see that you have an interest in this question as well. Well, if so, then my resources are yours to command. Tathata was last seen in Umbar, the tunnels beneath the city, and it happens that my people control a guarded entrance to those passages. With my password, they will welcome you and lend you the aid that you might require. Speak these words to the dwarves inside the southern entrance to Kaharhad, and they will let you pass. Ijabad ne. You will need to leave Darlaja to travel south into the Fleetfast and reach the entrance to the Umbar Mach, where my people stand sentry. Pick up Tahata's trail, and you will be aiding both the kindred of the coins and yourself. After all, you were among the last to see her alive. Wonderful. Find the entrance of Umbar Mach that Caltech suggested. Alright. Find. He said something about the Fleetfast. By my reckoning, he appears that he wants me to use the entrance that's near the gut. Oh, wonderful. I believe that this is the entrance to where I need to go. And I think I finally figured out how to get here without going through half the gut. Now I figure it out. Well, as expected, there are dwarves guarding this place. Oh, he wants the password. Alright, I'll give him the password then. There we go. Good thing they didn't have two-factor authentication. Ah, here is Tickle. Oh, another password. Okay, it looks like the same password in two different areas. And Io. Oh, let's pick the password to this card.
Is that so? Well, I'm not one to speak against Caltech.
If Caltech has allowed you to use this entrance, I won't risk my neck to stop you. There are other entrances to Umbar Mach from the city above, but this one was given to the TitanBar to guard, and we take this duty most seriously. Continue northwest to Mekha Kulfar, and you will be an able helper there. His name is Biruk, and he drew the dull stone for the day. That means that it will be his obligation to provide any of the help that you will require. This is the command of Caltech, and therefore it is a command to follow. So talk to Biruk. Okay, fine, thank you. Is that Biruk? No, that's Nuru. Well, I need to speak to Nuru anyway for some other Oh, okay, this is the
Umbar is a free city at last.
the tunnel guide, which is what passes for a stable master in this place. Hello?
Caltech sent you. They shook. The blood market. Finally, someone is doing something about those scoundrels.
We don't venture that far south. It is too dangerous. Few who reside there are friendly to dwarves. The blood market is southwest of here, in Dil Imiz, the births. Be careful. Outside these environs, you will find few friendly faces. Wonderful. And?
Caltech sent you. Honestly, we've got bigger problems than rats. If Caltech said it, best to do it and fast.
They're wondering that. Now, by the way, are these the rodents that they're talking about, or are they talking about the gut rats, such as you have up in the upper city? Well, lower parts of the city, but upstairs from where I am right now. Well, there's a purveyor of dangerous supplies in Timachim, in Hakdar. It's far to the north of here, outside of Kabarskad. The merchant's name is Marmit, and she'll set you right. Best of all, tell her that Caltech sent you. You'll get the best price. Right. Well, best not to dally, and be on your way then. But he has more requests for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, good. I'm already at max on what I could show here. Ah.
Well met. You look quite capable. We have need of some assistance if you're willing.
North of here, there's an encampment of monstrous spiders. Their numbers are growing, their brood multiplying in the dark, with no man or dwarf to pare down them back. So we're choosing a hobbit. Their reach has expanded to the point that they've been attacking my patrols here in the southern crypts. Please, we need their numbers thinned before more TitanBar fall to these troublesome beasts. Alright. I guess I'll accept that. And what else we have here?
We have urgent need of one such as yourself.
Yeah, a party of dwarves was attacked by a monstrous spider that dwelt north of here. They made off with some of our best guardsmen. If I could leave my post, I'd be there in a flash, and those spiders will taste only the iron of my blade. But I have sworn to Holtec that I will stay and provide safe havens and shelters to those who need it here. Please, north of here is the dwelling of a large and dangerous spiders. Alright, I will take care of the spiders. We've got... Is this the standard task board or is there a new one here? Nah, it's the same one as always. Alright, and now here is guard Amarke. Maybe I could clear out a few things in my quest log before taking his quest.
Ah, you are newly arrived to this guard post of the Demam.
Oh, and you're here at Holtec's command, no less. I should have inspected the other stones and proven to myself that they were truly shinier than the one that I drew, but it cannot be helped for today. It is the duty to aid you. What brings you to Umbar Moch?
You seek to learn where Tatata, the sea beast, has gone. I have not seen her for quite some time.
Are you certain that Tatata remains somewhere within the Umbar Moch? She is the kinswoman of the lower ward, and you will usually see her striding through the streets. Her two great hounds by her side. Well, last place I saw her was in a hidden harbor, so... And that none have marked her since then. Well, I will ask around, but I should warn you. One thing is true beneath the city as it is in the streets above. There is a price for every question that's answered. If the Tamarnir of Meharchunir are to help with to locate your missing woman, you should do what you can to help them in return. Consult the notice board across the way to the southwest and see what needs to be done. And perhaps you can accomplish some of these tasks for us while I ask your questions for you. It is only fair, is it not? In Umbar Moch, it is very important for things to be fair. Well, I'm already handling some tasks from other people, but I suppose I could take a look at the task board just in case any of them... Let's see. Okay, that's the bulletin board right over there. Well, what's on here? The dead that were... The bodies of the slain and interred remain not at rest, but are animated by spirits of evil that must be made within. Many can be found in South to the west. Okay, defeat whites. And defeat decayed arms, collect old jewelry from fingers of white, and find an axe that was misplaced. What? My misplaced axe. I lost my axe at Sakatab. Its edge has been dulled due to much use, but it is still of great sentimental value to me, and I would like it returned. Leave it in the collection box when you return back, because I have business to outside in the city. All right. Fine, I'll see what I can do about that. Quite a collection of things to do. I was wondering why they're sending me on all these things despite being at max rep, but it looks like they opened up a new level of reputation for this area. So we're going to have to start working on that in the next episode of The Song of Waves and Wind.